Bird flu outbreaks across the country have resulted in millions of chickens depopulated in recent weeks, including over 500,000 in Nebraska. Now local farms are on alert, taking extra precautions. 3 News Now reporter Alyssa Curtis visited a local chicken farm where they tell us what an outbreak would mean for their business.
We're out at Plum Creek Farms in Burchard, Nebraska today, where they have a few thousand chickens just behind me in those buildings up that hill. And they say an outbreak of bird flu could be a loss.
So for us here, that'd be pretty devastating.
If infected, birds can experience a number of symptoms, from a drop in egg production to respiratory issues and even death. Owner of Plum Creek Farms, Logan Barr, says if bird flu were to reach them, they'd likely have to start from scratch. Barr says it would take them a while to get back up and running.
So I would say at a minimum, probably 10 weeks by the time we got everything, cleaned out and disinfected and kind of start over from scratch. I would say we're at a minimum of 10 weeks from getting back into any bit of a rotation, at a very minimum. I mean, it might be 12 to 14 weeks by the time we're all said and done with that.
The farm holds about 8,000 to 10,000 chickens and is family run, adding to the impact that would be felt. Any outbreak at Plum Creek would be a domino effect. They deliver to Omaha and Lincoln-based restaurants and grocery stores, many of them also small businesses.
Essentially, we would have nothing for them because we don't have a back stock in the freezer. We don't keep any frozen product on hand, so it would pretty much just end that day, and it'd be 10 weeks or 12 weeks till we could have anything again.
As of now, they're taking some precautions, but Barr is not overly concerned since the closest outbreak has been at least 60 miles away.
So I would say our biggest thing would be limiting exposure from those areas. If people came down this way from those areas, I probably wouldn't be able to allow them on the farm right now. I mean, we're not doing any farm tours or anything like that right now, just to try to limit that exposure to the property, basically.
They're also making sure to clean equipment and clothing. But Barr says the best thing they can do is keep the chickens as healthy as possible.
Allowing access to the outdoors, fresh air in the buildings, I think that makes the biggest difference.
As many precautions as they can take, Barr says it's just something that they're gonna have to wait and see. Reporting in Burchard, Nebraska, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now.
The last cases of avian flu in Nebraska was in 2015, and the transmission risk to humans is low.